Paulo Miyao now a true veteran of the sport. Got his black belt, I believe, in late 2012, early 2013, and has been a mainstay in pretty much every major tournament you can think of in the last 8-9 years. A true veteran of the sport at this stage.
Even took what you might call some time off and entered exclusively in the Masters divisions for most of this year. He did come back for NoGi Pans, which he won just a few months ago. But goes to show that now maybe priority for Paulo Miyao is staying healthy and picking and choosing which events he chooses to enter.
Yeah, I feel that there was a period there in 2020 where we didn't see much of Paulo Miyao. We believe that he was recovering as well from a knee surgery that he had at the end of 2019. And as the tournaments returned in 2021, he did get back into it with the NoGi tournaments, and like you said, competing in some Masters divisions, but also competing in the adults in Pans. And I think that maybe as a consequence of the training group that they've put together there in New York. They call it the Quarantine. Look at that, though.
Bebeto looking to sweep.
Nice reversal, just going out of bounds there for Bebeto. No advantage scored there for that, but yeah, advantage scores for Bebeto.
Paulo aggressively chasing down Bebeto, but finally grabbing hold of a leg. Had a hard time making a connection earlier.
In the corner of Paulo Miyao is his brother, João.
João took gold earlier this week in the Masters division and light feather.
Kind of a guessing game as to know exactly which weight division they're going to fight in nowadays, right? Because Paulo's gone up and down, feather, light feather. João generally has stayed at light feather in his career, although he has gone down as low as rooster at times. Look at the put that pressure on. Look at that.
Paulo's very happy in this position. Bebeto doing a nice job getting that frame back in front, kicking Paulo away.
When Paulo gets that hand behind the neck like that, and you could see that he was squeezing, he was pulling in so hard while driving his weight forward. Testing that flexible guard of Bebeto. Back into the center of the mat. With almost 3 minutes into this match so far, one advantage apiece. And see Bebeto trying to draw one of those legs into the game now. Throws the hook over the back. Never seen a Miyao brother tap to a leg lock, but it's worth a shot, I guess. .50-50 guard here.
Paulo Miyao maybe thinking about a leg lock of his own there as he opens up the 50-50 again, exposing the heel, as we saw many athletes do this weekend. Diego Ramalho comes to mind, though, from the standing 50-50 position here.
Oh, Paulo Miyao detaches himself from the legs, resets the position. Unusual to see Paulo spending such a long period of time exclusively playing top. You know, it's when you think of flexible guard players, the Miyao brothers are usually two of the first that spring to mind. But in this current modern scene and the new generation of jiu-jitsu athletes, well, things have changed somewhat, and as we can see here, that Bebeto is very comfortable playing on bottom, and get to see some of Paulo's top game. Underrated top game, I should say.
Bebeto is spending a good time in this match going backwards as Paulo Miyao drives him out of bounds with his passing attempts. We've seen several resets already pretty early into this match.
Talk a little bit of how they arrived in the finals. Paulo Miyao beat Willis Nunes of Checkmate in his semifinal. Also picked up wins over Joao Figueiredo of Gracie Barra and Antion Gibson of Cassio Wernick. Bebeto beat Junio Ocasio in his semifinal and also picked up wins over Richard Alarcon to make it through to fight for the gold medal. Hard to really call the action so far when there's no real significant exchanges of jiu-jitsu technique at this match yet. It's very much a cat and mouse game of who's willing to engage, either from top or bottom. Bebeto is occasionally trying to catch an ankle and get something going, and Paulo Miyao not as insistent on entering the guard as he was earlier. Kind of looking at each other in this middle distance. Yeah, we actually saw one side judge calling for an inactivity, but he was the only one. The center referee or the other side judge didn't agree. But I feel at this stage it might be worthwhile urging the competitors to get busy, because right now they haven't really done any jiu-jitsu for a solid 6 minutes. Paulo Miyao barely going forward now. Actually, much more on his heels. Very long distance, pulling Bebeto forward, but not entering into the guard.
Yeah, well, Bebeto has adopted kind of a wrestle-up stance that makes that a little awkward as well. The legs hidden behind him. And we see another side judge here asking for a penalty, but well, it's all tied up as we go towards our final minute of action. Each man knowing that one key exchange could be enough to win a world title here. "30 seconds now."
30 seconds of nothing. 30 seconds of lots of movement, but no jiu-jitsu. To be honest, a very underwhelming light featherweight final. 0-0, one advantage each. Very little jiu-jitsu displayed when it counts. Snatching a guillotine in a little wrestling attack right there, right at the end. No advantage awarded. It's going to go to a decision. It's a split decision. The center referee gave it to Paulo Miyao. I do not know how on earth any referee could award that to Paulo Miyao, but the two side judges gave it to Bebeto, and I got to say, that was 10 minutes of not a lot, and I'm not sure how anybody can be happy with the performance. Either way, win or lose in that match. Bebeto faced a very reluctant Paulo Miyao. Anytime he tried to engage, he was met with evasion and stiff resistance. They'll go to the podium to collect their medals.
We'll be right back with more action soon.